have 8 minutes left. And with the discussion about heat under the saddle, let's talk about both of your favorites, sweat patches. So sweat patches, what do they mean? You hear some people say, oh, the horse is sweaty there, it's sore. No, it's dry there. No, it's sore. No.
So it is probably like one of the most contentious issues in saddle.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah. Throughout saddle fitting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fundamentally, and people have varying opinions, fundamentally. So I think if you look at it in the sense of a horse has sweat glands, like a human has sweat glands, the main sweat glands are on the side of the horse. So when it's running through the plains, escaping a lion, or running away in its paddock.
I think I ride a few of those, actually.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
The wind will blow across and cool the horse rapidly. So horses sweat in order to cool, same as we do. So if I go running, anyone who's seen me run, particularly those who saw me running, yes.
You'll usually see a child like 20 meters ahead of him.
Yes, that's the only way Siobhan runs. So when I run, first place I sweat is under my arms. So you sweat where you've predominantly got your sweat glands. So a horse, it's on its neck, it's on its flanks, but on the lower side of its flanks. They sweat at the broader part of their bellies. They sweat less towards the spine.
Okay.
And you'll know if you run, when you're wearing a T-shirt or anything like that, the place you sweat most is not where the T-shirt is touching, it's more your back. So your under your arms and back.
That's true. Okay.
So that's the best way to do an analogy to it.
Okay.
So fundamentally, in order for there to be a vast quantity of sweat or more sweat, you're landing up with movement and airflow. So particularly towards the front of the saddle with your scapula, moving forward, and you're getting your airflow coming towards the front of the saddle, and then the back towards the lumbar region, where you're getting, again, the movement to the back, we hope, and airflow across the back. You're going to get a lot of sweat. But then
also maybe movement of hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but you're going to hit a patch a little bit under the saddle towards the stirrup bar, where the saddle is a little more static. We don't have a hover saddle yet. I don't know if I want to ride in one of those because I'm not sure I'm going to stay on.
So will there always be a bit more pressure or stability under the stirrup bar?
So again,
stability.
There's more stability.
Okay.
If you are hitting a fundamental dry spot,
okay,
and I'm talking bone dry, and sometimes with a disturbance of the hair, or you're starting to pick up white hairs.
Correct.
And again, this is not your horse getting white hairs across its entire body because it's now 482 in the
And
head.
also if your horse doesn't normally sweat and then sweats, or does sweat and then doesn't, like those
so
are...
it also comes down to horsemanship and knowing your horse.
And also how you ride. Have you been doing light seat the entire session?
Have you brought something new into the work?
Okay.
But it's an indication, but there should always be sweat. So if you're dealing with bone dry, there may be an issue, and then you look at it and you evaluate it.
I suppose the biggest thing with sweat marks is symmetry, or like,
Yes
is that
and
a
no,
thing?
but I've never
and
seen
no.
a symmetrical horse.
If
That's a good point.
80% of the horses are not symmetrical and one side is bigger, you might not necessarily have the same sweat marks or lack of
And you
sweat
hope if your
marks.
horse is left-handed, you're right-handed.
Yeah, for a perfect world.
Yes.
That's how it's going to work out.
World peace, utopia.